Alright, we're back. After the latest hiccup, I think for YouTube I'm just going to download all these and edit them together so we have just one video instead of many. We were right in the middle of solving the case of the Titania. We were doing that whole ghost. We were looking at the ghosts. Now where are we? Okay, so we have to go this way. So we didn't have to go far. What's that car doing up there? I guess it's... So we need to head back to the port and solve the case of the Titania. We had those ghost lights, so we just need to summon those again. And we should be able to piece it all together and get our next clue to where we are headed. Yeah, the whole kill monsters quest on here was pretty simple. Just had to kill 2 of them, and I actually managed to shoot half decently for once. So they were attacked
to the mayor
by
with you! Die! Die!
mobs of people. Usually these aren't too difficult.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Oh, so the soldiers mutinied. Or, sorry, the sailors did, I guess, eh? So the sailors mutinied and they attacked the captain. It would seem. Because they couldn't drink. Else. So sailor mutiny. Oh, there's one at the end of the dock. Okay. So the sailors mutinied. They ran to the end of the dock.
You can't take me! Eat this!
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
So, guy throws axe. That must be Sanders there, so we know what happened here. Yeah, these are pretty straightforward. They're not, don't need to be a brain surgeon to figure out these
No more
clues.
drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
It's a cool effect.
To the mayor with you!
It's not exactly difficult.
Die!
problem solving.
Die! You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
Wow, you put all that together yourself, Charles? Wow, that's so smart. Alright, let's go to the oh, we got our casebook updated. So we have the time charter contract, and we found the events on the Titania. There was a fight amongst the crew. Only one man survived, although he was badly wounded in the shoulder. Yeah, he took an axe in the shoulder. That's what happened. So... okay, so we have... So the harbor master saw Captain Sanders leave the pier. The only survivor of the fight on the 3rd pier of Grimhaven Bay was a man badly wounded in the shoulders. Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. Okay. Okay, so I guess that doesn't... So medical aid. So he's probably at the hospital. So where is the hospital? hospital would be there. Okay, so that is... Whoa. Dairy Lane... The corner of Dairy Lane and Lincoln? Oh, there's a couple hospitals. There's one way up there, too. Probably the closest hospital would be the one to go to. Just want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Alright, so we've discovered all the clues. Yeah, there's this trash can that was in the shell casing. Okay. So we need to go to the hospital and see if we can't find Mr. Sanders. Now, is my boat still here? Because I have that, now that I know how to use the camera, I could take a picture of that thing that was on the wall that said, hey, take a picture of this. Might as well go do that before we head off. Now that I know how to use my camera. We're back in the Titania. Let's go to the hospital and see if we can't find this guy. Get my chat back here. Alright, so we're going to go to the hospital, and then that should tell us where Captain Sanders went. Blackwood Marsh Canning. Does this guy have anything to say?
You're the man who handled the problems in the port. Seemed like a sharp sleuth. Want to make something on the side?
Alright, what do you want, sailor?
Ah, a fellow businessman. I'm Vincent, but you can call me Vince. First task is to find the ship's log for the Pride.
Charles Reed. A few questions, if I may.
Sure.
So we need a ship's
You're
log
looking for a
for
ship
a
log.
ship called
Maybe
the
I'll tell you when the
Pride.
job is done. Right now, you don't need to know.
In my line of work, you don't get far without appreciating the need for privacy. I understand. What can you tell me about the Pride? I'm gonna need somewhere to start.
Mostly rumors.
Yeah, I'm
Captain
back,
was
errant
an
adventurer.
exemplary
I'm
entry.
having trouble with my internet
Always
for
had a
some
flag
reason.
with
I
him.
keep dropping my
His last
connection,
shipment may
and
have
I'm
been
not sure
chemicals and
why.
metal
I'm going to
barrels.
get that
It could be
fixed
resting on
the
the seabed 1,000 miles away. What makes you think it can be found?
I wouldn't waste my money on you unless I had hope. Local drunkards say they saw the barge on the sunken road near the fish market.
Good. I'll check the place and bring you the Pride's ship log if it's still there.
Okay, so we
See you
need
later.
to go... We have a job offer and we need to find the Pride. Okay, so this symbol says we need to basically go to the hospital and figure things out. Lost barge named the Pride was transporting a load of chemicals. Captain was extremely patriotic. More importantly, rumored it was seen in southern shells on Moorland Road near the intersection of Old Colony Street. Okay, well, we're not going there right now. That's way off in no man's land. So let's go to the hospital and see if we can't track down Sanders. Once once we've tracked down Sanders, we will be... Oh, we're in here again. How did we do that? So we need to get out of here, and then we need to go back up to Coverside. I think so, yeah. Okay. Keep getting stuck in this area for some reason.
Knock it off!
Yeah. So don't follow the railway tracks. That's my advice. You're an Innsmelter. Alright, this is Flintlock. So Flintlock will take us up, or Funtlock, sorry, Funtlock. We can go up to Funtlock, down Whisper to Central. Central will take us to Lincoln. So yeah, big open world game, lots of beautiful graphics. The puzzle solving hasn't, I mean, besides the invisible or the illusory walls, that was certainly tricky. So far, it hasn't been too bad. I've been able to muddle through, I guess. Oh no. No. Goodness. And we're actually being able to kill some things now. Uh-oh. Load stuck. Try to find the fast travel points. Here's funds. Okay. Thanks, Errant Adventure. That will help. That will definitely help. Yeah, walking all over the place is kind of not great. As much as I enjoy the graphics of this world and how pretty it is, I do want to make progress. Plus, it's just more exciting to watch. It's not all that exciting to watch. We're on deep shore. So where are we now? Alright, so we want to go to danger area. We could go up to Old Colony. So if we can get past this danger area, we might be okay. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Let's get back in the boat. Not sure how you're supposed to take care of that. Probably want to go here. Yeah, that was going to be that would be certain death, that area. There was, I don't know how many enemies, but way too many for me to handle. That's why I don't play first-person shooters, because I am absolutely terrible at shooting things. I am just not very good at it. This is Central Street. Is there not very good at shooting things. I remember when I played, I played a little bit of PUBG, and it basically had a guy like dead to rights, and the only way I could kill him was like I was hiding in the grass and he was lying down. That was like the only way that we ever made any progress in that game. Fortunately, there are a lot of Lovecraftian games that we can play that don't involve trying to shoot people. Alright, so we're back. There's Derry Lane. So where are we now? Hey, we're right near the hospital. Awesome. Okay, so we want to go down Lincoln. Where's Lincoln? Is there a sign? Lincoln is this way. Okay. Alright, so the hospital's up here. Hospital of St. Mary. St. Mary's Hospital. Classic Arkham location.
Patient or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess. A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
Have you seen my eyes? My eyes are as red as stoplight, as a stop sign.
The usual. Nothing to write home about.
Ah, a chronic headache sufferer. Fascinating. By coincidence, I was studying Helminth and their role in illness before the flood. Did you know that all of us are infected by Helminth? Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
That's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
May I suggest you become a subject in my experimental medical program?
Oh, sure.
Experimental medicine. Well, I guess it can't be any worse than the asylum in Boston.
We're gonna become a lab rat.
I'm delighted to hear that, Mr.
Reed. Charles Reed.
Mr. Reed, take these pills with some water. They're a potent measure against parasites. Contact me when you feel improvement.
This isn't helping, Doc. This is not helping. Patient wards, basement, surgery, and storage. Maybe the basement? Well, we need to find one of those things. I think yeah, here it is. Okay, subjects. We need a patient. After the flood. Department. Surgery. District. We need to find the... Choose the evidence. No, we don't want that. To get onto the right case. Lost at sea. This one. So subject, a patient after the flood, probably had surgery from Greyhaven. This one. Peter Crowley, male, 29, Oakmonter, multiple burns and fragmentation wounds to chest and face as a result of explosion. Several surgeries, wound treatment, facial surgery, prognosis good, bed rest recommended. Joseph Willow, M39, newcomer, deep cut wound to left shoulder, broken collarbone, fractured scapula, wound stitched, fractured set and bandaged, no trace of infection evident, prognosis good, bed rest recommended. So Joseph Willow, I think, is the one we want, because he had a wound in his left shoulder. Okay. So we know... So we know that one of them was wounded. Okay, so bed rest recommended. Okay, so where does that lead us? Is there more here? Okay. Maybe if we go to our Mind Palace. Oh, that's not going to help us. I don't think there's anything here. Okay, so we figured out that he was treated, but we don't know where he went afterwards.
What the hell did you give me, Doc?
Is something wrong? You seem perfectly healthy to me.
Your medicine blinded me, and then it gave me these visions. Worse than a blow to the head. What are you trying to pull?
Intriguing. These side effects are a new development. I'll have to run some more tests. Let me know if anything else happens, won't you?
It looks like hard work in these conditions. You need a hand?
Well, yes, actually. But it may result in close contact with the wiles. Is that going to be a problem?
I'm prepared to face men and beasts alike. Count me in.
Ah, I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken it upon myself to study the wild beasts, but need more data to confirm two of my hypotheses. One concerns the multi-handed creatures, and the other the vomiting humanoids.
What have you found out about the multi-handed beasts?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares before the flood. I can't visit him, but he must know something. Here's his address.
Those hideous wretches seem almost human. But what could turn one into such a monstrosity?
Jim Bells, a patient of mine, was admitted to hospital with symptoms resembling cholera, but he turned into one of those things. Incredible. Here's the address. Find out what happened.
Okay, so we got a couple
Why?
side quests after the doctor poisons us. And we got a first aid kit. I think we're going to use the first aid kit. Alright, so we got some more evidence here. Field research. Man who died and turned into a monstrous creature lived in northern Salvation Harbor on Moorland Road between Higgs Lane and Benevolent Tides. Okay, and then this guy visited a shop in central Salvation Harbor. Haunted by monsters in his dreams, he may know something useful about the creatures. Interested in wild beasts, he believed that by studying them, their origin and their habits, will be able to reduce the number of citizens they injure or kill. He can't leave his patients, so I agreed to assist him with the field research for a price. Okay, so we can kill some of these things for him, I guess. So, we need to figure out... So we found the clue. Now this looks like it's on our map now. Is that the... Oh, I I see. Here are the fast travel points. Are these the stars? So we could go to Salvation Harbor. Or we could go... interview some of the patients at the hospital. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go up to the patient ward. Yeah, we haven't actually finished with the hospital, have we? There's surgery and storage in the basement, so we can also go there. Good idea, errant adventurer.
What happened to you, mister?
Pete. Explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Fishing with dynamite, huh? You sure it wasn't from a fight in port? Maybe on a ship?
I'm sure. Oh, please, leave.
Oh, I see. So Sanders is in the hospital. Okay, that explains things. This guy's just comatose. She doesn't look well.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again.
You
no,
ate
sir.
leeches? Well,
Oh.
you can hardly complain if you're eating leeches. Alright. Need to find... I believe Sanders is somewhere in the hospital now. We found one of the patients. The guy who was hurt in the explosion.
Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders? Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
You are lying to me.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre. Spill.
Oh, the depths with it. Who sent you?
I am a smart
I'm asking the
detective. I can
questions
figure
here,
these
pal.
things out.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
There are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. Maybe they'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived? Is he here?
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue
You
attempt,
left
but
them
they
to die
threatened mutiny.
underwater? Oh, that's cold. That is cold.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day on that ship, it was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw... things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters, mark my words.
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew. But what happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. And many good men lost their lives.
What were you looking for underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
Could you take me out to where the